daily bathing habits that could be harming you. Have you ever paused for just a second and asked yourself, could something as routine, as comforting, as a warm morning shower actually be harming your health as you age? I know, it sounds counterintuitive. For decades, we were taught that cleanliness is next to godliness, that a daily bath is a non-negotiable part of staying healthy, presentable, and energized. But here's a gentle truth that often goes unnoticed. The same habits that served us well when we were younger might not be doing us any favors in our golden years. Imagine this. You're 72, maybe 78. You've followed a rhythm for most of your life wake. Up, stretch, and step into a hot shower. It's familiar. It's comforting. But one morning, you notice your skin is a bit tighter. A few days later, it feels dry and itchy. And before long, you start to see small cracks or irritation, especially on your arms or legs. Sound familiar? These aren't just signs of aging. They're often quiet messages from your body that something isn't quite right. You see, as we age, our skin becomes thinner, less elastic, and produces far less natural oil. Those oils aren't just cosmetic, they're your skin's frontline defenders. They keep moisture in, irritants out, and help regulate body temperature. And hot showers? They strip those oils away faster than you might think. So while that morning rinse might feel like self-care, it could actually be setting you up for discomfort or worse, infections, rashes, and accelerated skin aging. But don't worry, this video isn't about scaring you, it's about empowering you. We believe in living not just longer but better, with more energy, more comfort, and more dignity in every routine. That's why today, we're pulling back the curtain on 7 daily bathing habits that many seniors unknowingly practice, habits that could quietly be reducing their quality of life or even shortening it. These are the habits no one talks about, the ones passed down, internalized, and rarely questioned. But once you see them, you can change them, and those changes can mean fewer falls, stronger skin, better immune support, and a safer, more joyful day-to-day life. So, whether you're watching this for yourself, for your spouse, or for your parents, stay with us. Because in the next few minutes, we'll walk you through each of these habits, one by one. We'll share real stories, gentle solutions, and smart, simple changes that can make a world of difference. And if this message resonates with you, don't forget to follow and share Elderly Active Living. Together, we can turn small awareness into big protection and ensure every year ahead is lived with strength, safety, and grace. Ready to take the first step? Let's dive in. Part 1. The Hot Shower Trap. Imagine this. Margaret, a vibrant 74-year-old woman, begins each day the same way she has for decades, with a long, steaming hot shower. It's her little ritual, her moment of comfort and calm before the day begins. "It makes me feel alive," she says. And for a while, it really does. The heat soothes her joints, the steam warms her chest, and the rush of water gives her a moment of peace. But over time, Margaret notices something changing. Her skin, once smooth and soft, starts to feel tight after each shower. Then, small red patches appear. The backs of her hands begin to flake, and the skin around her shins cracks open, stinging with every step she takes. At first, she blames the weather. Maybe it's the air, the seasons shifting. But the truth lies in her daily ritual, those comforting hot showers. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more fragile. It stops producing the same level of natural oils that once kept it moisturized and resilient. These oils are crucial. They lock in moisture, protect the surface, and guard us from bacteria and irritants. And when we bathe in hot water, especially for long periods, we strip those oils away. The result? Dry, brittle skin that can crack, itch, or even become infected. What once felt healing now becomes harmful, and it happens so slowly, so quietly, that we barely notice. The very thing that used to energize us begins to quietly wear us down. The good news? Small adjustments can make a big difference. If you or someone you love enjoys a hot shower each morning, consider turning the temperature down just a bit. Lukewarm water is still soothing but much gentler on aging skin. Try to keep your showers under 10 minutes enough time to feel refreshed without overdrying. When you step out, avoid rubbing your skin with a towel. Instead, gently pat it dry. This helps prevent micro tears and irritation. And most importantly, apply a moisturizer immediately while the skin is still slightly damp. Choose a fragrance-free, gentle lotion specifically designed for sensitive or aging skin. This small ritual of care switching from hot to warm, from scrubbing to patting, from harsh soaps to soothing cream scan, protect your skin for years to come. And remember, this isn't about giving up the comfort of your daily routine. It's about adjusting with wisdom, because aging isn't about stopping. It's about evolving, learning what your body needs now, and giving it just that. At Elderly Active Living, we believe every habit can be reimagined with care. Every daily moment, like a morning shower, can be made safer, more nurturing, and more respectful of the body that's carried you through life. You deserve to feel comfort without compromise. So next time you step into the shower, ask yourself, is this water helping me or slowly hurting me? With one small change, you can protect not just your skin, but your independence and your well-being. Part 2. The hidden harm in antibacterial soap. Imagine someone like Frank. He's 76, a proud, sharp, and independent man who's always kept a neat home and a clean routine. Every morning, just like clockwork, Frank reaches for his trusty bar of antibacterial soap. To him, it's more than just hygiene. It's a symbol of discipline, of doing things right. He scrubs thoroughly, believing he's washing away every trace of dirt, sweat, and age. Cleanliness is next to godliness, he used to say, and for decades, that routine seemed to serve him well. But over time, something started to shift. Frank began noticing small red spots under his arms, then irritation on his chest and back. The itching got worse. Eventually, a persistent rash sent him to the doctor. The diagnosis: a fungal skin infection. Frank was shocked. "But I'm so clean," he said. "How did this happen?" Here's the surprising truth. Being too clean, at least in the way Frank approached, it was actually the problem. You see, our skin isn't just a shell we live in. It's alive. It's home to millions of tiny, helpful bacteria that form what scientists call the skin microbiome. These friendly bacteria are like tiny bodyguards. They help keep bad germs out, maintain a healthy pH level, and protect us from infections. But when you use strong antibacterial soaps every day, you don't just kill the bad bacteria, you wipe out the good ones, too. And without that good bacteria, your skin's natural balance begins to unravel. The barrier weakens. Harmful fungi, viruses, and other pathogens find it easier to take hold. That's exactly what happened to Frank. His soap designed to protect actually left him more exposed. It's one of those ironies that no one tells you. Stronger soap doesn't always mean better hygiene, especially not for aging skin. So what's the better way? Switch to a gentle, fragrance-free soap, one that's designed for sensitive or aging skin. Skip the antibacterial label. Instead, look for soaps labeled as pH balanced or moisturizing. And here's another helpful tip. You don't need to scrub your whole body every single day. Focus on the high sweat areas, underarms, groin, and feet. The rest of your body? A light rinse is often enough. Because it's not about being less clean, it's about being smarter with how you clean. When you treat your skin with gentleness and wisdom, you help it do its job better. You preserve that natural defense system. And over time, you may notice fewer rashes, fewer infections, and a whole lot more comfort. It's a small change in the bathroom that could make a big difference in your daily life. Part 3. The danger of not drying off properly. Let me introduce you to Eleanor. She's 79, smart as a whip, full of stories, and fiercely independent. Every morning, she steps out of her warm bath, wraps herself in a towel, and moves on with her day. No fuss, no second thoughts. After all, she's been doing it that way for decades. But lately, something's been bothering her. She began feeling an uncomfortable itch between her toes, then came a rash under her arms, and before long, small cracks appeared in the folds of her skin, painful, inflamed, and confusing. She hadn't changed her soap, she wasn't doing anything new, so what was going on? When she visited her doctor, the answer surprised her: a fungal skin infection caused by trapped moisture. Not a lot of moisture, just enough. Here's what most people don't realize, especially as we age. Water left behind on the skin, especially in warm, hidden areas, is like rolling out a welcome mat for fungi and bacteria. Places like under your arms, beneath your breasts, between your thighs, or between your toes, these little folds of skin become damp pockets. And in older adults, that's a serious issue. Because aging skin is more fragile, it heals slower, and the immune system? It doesn't fight back the way it used to. That's why drying off thoroughly after a bath or shower isn't just about comfort, it's about protection. Now, I get it. Some people don't dry completely because they're tired. Or maybe it's hard to reach certain spots. Maybe they just don't think it matters. But let me tell you it does. So what can we do about it? Start with the right towel, soft, clean, and absorbent. Pat your skin dry. Don't rub. Your skin doesn't need roughness, it needs kindness. Pay special attention to the creases. Underarms, under breasts, inner thighs, and toes. If bending or reaching is difficult, try using a long-handled towel tool, or even a small handheld dryer on a warm, low setting. A few extra moments spent drying could save you from weeks or even months of discomfort and healing. And don't forget, fungal infections aren't just itchy. Left untreated, they can lead to skin breakdown, bacterial infections, or worse. So the next time you step out of the bath, pause. Give your body the care it's asking for. Dry off slowly, gently, completely. Because when your skin feels protected, you feel safer. And that's a feeling you deserve every single day. Part 4. Slippery bathroom surfaces, a hidden danger. Let me tell you about James. He's 80 years old, sharp as ever, proud of his independence. He still cooks his own meals, mows the lawn, and goes for a walk every morning. And like clockwork, every day starts with a warm, quick shower. It's a simple routine, familiar, comforting. Until one morning, it wasn't. James stepped into the tub just like always, but this time his foot slid. Just a little, just enough. In a split second, he lost his balance and fell hard, fracturing his hip. That one fall changed everything. Weeks in the hospital, months in rehab, and despite his strength and determination, he never fully got back the freedom he once had. For James, and for so many others, it was a life-altering moment, and it all began with a wet, slippery surface. Here's what we don't talk about enough: The bathroom, especially the tub or shower, is one of the most dangerous places in the home for older adults. It doesn't take much one misstep, a slick patch of water, and suddenly your life is turned upside down. Why does this happen so often? Because as we age, our reflexes slow down. Our muscles aren't as quick to react. Our balance isn't what it used to be. And yet we keep moving like we're 30, confident in routines that worked fine back then. But the truth is, the rules have changed. So what can we do? Start simple. Place non-slip mats inside the tub and on the bathroom floor. Make sure they have strong suction so they stay in place. Install grab bars by the toilet, next to the shower, or even inside the tub. They're not just for emergencies, they're tools of independence. Consider using a shower chair if standing is tiring or unsteady. And don't forget about your feet-wear anti-slip shower shoes or slippers with rubber soles. It might not feel like a big deal, but that little extra grip can be the difference between a safe shower and a serious fall. And maybe the most important tip of all, slow down. Take your time getting in and out of the shower. Don't rush to grab a towel or turn off the water. Move carefully, intentionally, because when it comes to safety, being cautious isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. James didn't fall because he was careless. He fell because he didn't know. But now you do. And that knowledge, it's powerful. Let's turn that power into action. Small adjustments like a mat, a bar, a chair can protect everything you've worked so hard to maintain. Your independence, your dignity, your life. Part 5. Bathing too often. When cleanliness becomes a risk. Helen is 78. A warm, gracious woman with a sparkle in her eye. For over 30 years, she was a school principal. Every morning, up at 5 a.m., dressed, organized, polished. Even in retirement, her routine never changed. She took 2 showers a day, one to start her morning, one to relax before bed. "It just makes me feel fresh," she'd say with a smile. "Like I'm starting and ending the day the right way." But slowly, something started to shift. Her skin began to flake, first her arms, then her legs. It felt tight. It itched. Tiny cracks began to form, and the cold seemed to creep in more often. Even when the heater was running, Helen would find herself shivering while others were comfortable. At first, she blamed the weather. Maybe her house was drafty. Maybe it was just age. But her doctor saw it differently. Overbathing. Here's the thing many people don't realize, especially those of us who were raised to believe that being clean means bathing every single day. Our skin, especially as we age, changes dramatically. It becomes thinner, more sensitive, and it doesn't produce as many natural oils, the ones that protect, moisturize, and regulate our body temperature. When you shower or bathe too often, especially with hot water or strong soap, you wash away those oils. That leaves your skin vulnerable. It dries out, it cracks. And in older adults, that can lead to more than just discomfort. It can lead to infections and even an increased risk of hypothermia, believe it or not, even in a warm home. Helen never thought a habit so ordinary, so comforting, could be silently working against her health. But that's exactly what it was doing. So what can we do instead? It's not about giving up bathing, it's about bathing smarter. Most older adults don't need to bathe every day. In fact, 2-3 times a week is often more than enough. On the days in between, a quick spot wash of the essentials: underarms, groin, feet, and faces, all you need to stay clean and feel fresh. And after every bath or shower, moisturize. While your skin is still slightly damp, apply a gentle, fragrance-free lotion. That seals in the moisture and helps your skin stay soft, strong, and healthy. And remember, this isn't about being less clean. It's about protecting the body you've spent a lifetime taking care of. It's about understanding that routines may need to change as your body does. Helen now bathes every other day. She uses warm, not hot water, keeps her showers short, and focuses on moisturizing. And the difference? Remarkable. Her skin has healed, she's warmer, more comfortable, and just as refreshed as ever. So, ask yourself, are you bathing out of need or out of habit? Sometimes, the healthiest change begins not with doing more, but with doing just a little bit less. Part 6. Rushing through the routine when speed becomes a risk. Meet Charles. He's 82, still sharp, still independent, a man who prides himself on never needing help. Every morning, he moves with purpose, quick steps, fast hands. He gets in, gets out, and gets on with his day. And that includes his daily shower finished in under 5 minutes, sometimes even less. Sounds efficient, right? But one morning, Charles bent down too quickly to pick up a dropped shampoo bottle. His head spun, he lost his footing, a hard fall, a fractured wrist, a painful bruise on his hip, weeks of recovery. Why? Because he was rushing. You see, the bathroom isn't just another room. It's one of the most dangerous spaces in the home, especially for older adults. Wet surfaces, tight corners, quick movements. These things don't mix well with aging balance, slower reflexes, or fragile bones. And when you're in a hurry trying to bathe quickly, twisting to rinse off, grabbing a towel without steady footing, you're putting yourself at unnecessary risk. Here's the truth. Safety lives in the pause. Instead of rushing through your routine, try slowing it down. Prepare everything before you start your towel, your soap, your clothes. Use a shower chair if standing feels tiring. Take time between movements. Let your body adjust to each shift in position. And most importantly, don't feel guilty for moving slowly. Taking your time is not weakness. It's wisdom. Every deliberate step, every slow turn, every moment of awareness that's strength. That's how we protect ourselves from avoidable accidents. Charles now takes twice as long to shower. And you know what? That time feels good, gentle, safe, peaceful. So next time you step into the bathroom, ask yourself, am I rushing to get through this? Or taking care of myself with intention? You deserve the time. You've earned it. Part 7. Bathing alone. The hidden danger of isolation. Rita is 85, widowed, living alone, still vibrant, still witty. But like many older adults, she keeps her routines to herself. That includes her baths. She doesn't want to bother her children, doesn't want anyone fussing. So she bathes in silence, alone, with the door closed. One evening, she felt a bit dizzy. Nothing serious, she thought. She stepped into the tub anyway. Moments later, she fainted. No one knew. Hours passed before a neighbor, sensing something wrong, knocked on her door. Rita was lucky, but not everyone is. Here's what we often forget. Bathing alone, especially with no safety checks, can turn a minor issue into a crisis. Whether it's dizziness, a fall, a sudden drop in blood pressure, these things happen fast. And when they happen behind a closed bathroom door, with no one around to help, the outcome can be devastating. That doesn't mean giving up privacy or independence. It means adding layers of safety. Call or text someone before and after your bath. Leave the door slightly ajar if you live with others. Install a medical alert button that works in the shower. Place a cordless phone or smart speaker nearby, just in case. Even a small gesture, like a daily check-in call from family, can save a life. Rita now has a simple system. She texts her daughter before and after each bath. Just 2 words. Going in. All done. It takes 5 seconds, and it brings peace of mind to everyone. Remember, you're not a burden. Asking for support is not weakness. It's a sign that you value your life and the people who love you. Because when we protect ourselves, we also protect those who care about us. A new kind of clean, gentle habits for stronger years. Let's take a quiet moment together. After everything we've explored, the warm showers, the strong soaps, the quick routines, the silent risks, what we've really uncovered is something deeper than just skincare. It's about the habits we carry and how, over time, they need to grow with us. Because the things that once worked when we were younger, those automatic routines, those "this is how I've always done it" moments, they don't always serve us the same way after 70. And that's not a failure. That's just life, evolving. So let me ask you, have you noticed your skin becoming drier lately? Have you ever felt dizzy after a bath but brushed it off? Do you shower every day because it feels right or because it's just what you've always done? These are small questions, but they can lead to life-changing awareness. The truth is, you deserve to feel clean, safe, and dignified. Not rushed, not at risk, not worn out by routines that don't love you back. By making just a few gentle changes, switching to warm water instead of hot, patting instead of rubbing your skin, checking in with a loved one before stepping into the tub. You're not losing control. You're taking it back. You're not giving up independence. You're building smarter habits that protect it. Here at Elderly Active Living, we believe in celebrating these years, not just surviving them. And sometimes, that starts with something as simple as a new way to bathe. So today, let's promise ourselves this. We'll observe our bodies a little more closely. We'll ask better questions. We'll share what we learn. We'll listen when our bodies whisper, before they have to scream. Because wisdom isn't just what we know, it's how gently we apply it. If this message resonated with you even just a little, I invite you to share it with someone you love. A friend, a neighbor, your son or daughter. Let's make safety and self-care a conversation, not a secret. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Elderly Active Living. This channel exists for you, for your dignity, for your strength, for the peaceful, empowered life you still deserve to live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. And above all, thank you for never stopping learning. We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay warm, stay well.